Alright, so today we are going to talk about ND filters. Using those NDs typically create some problems. Color cast, meaning that the color of the footage will be changed. Some softness in your footage, meaning that it is not as sharp anymore. Vignetting appearing in your frame, meaning that the corners of your frame will become darker. So today I want to compare the three systems that we have here to see if the different values actually, mean something in terms of those problems. First, the $80 Earth variable ND filter from 2 to 8 stops. So this is a very cheap and affordable variable ND filter that I have actually used quite for a long time when I started this channel. Next, we have the Revering system from H&Y. Now, this is a magnetic system that is not a variable ND filter like the Earth one, but it is made of fixed ND filters, so 2, 4, 8 stops. And everything is magnetic, so you can basically put this on your lens, and if you need even more, you can just stick them together and they add to each other. And finally, we have the more expensive one of the lot, which is the Freewell K2 system. Now, this K2 system includes 2 variable ND filter from 1 to 4 stops and from 5 to 9 stops. So now that you know what we are going to compare, let's move into the comparison and let's check some footage. So first, let's talk about this Earth ND filter. Well, this is the cheaper one of the lot at $80. And what I can see in my test is that typically at 2 stops, well, there is not much color cast nor softness added to the footage. However, as soon as we start increasing the ND value, the stop values, well, there are definitely some vignette that starts appearing on the footage and also some color cast. And that's one of the reasons why I stopped using this particular ND filter. So if you are purchasing a cheap ND filter like this, a variable ND filter, I will suggest you to stay at around 2 stops. Now let's move on to the $200 ND filter by H&Y, the Revering. Now again, this is not a variable ND filter. You have basically 3 magnetic plates that each have 2, 4 or 8 stops of ND. And what you can see is that basically having fixed values of NDs drastically increase the quality of the footage that you get. Color cast is very minimum. There is a slight softness added from 8 stops. But in terms of vignetting and in terms of the X-shape shadows that you can see, well, they are not existing here because it is not a variable ND filter. And finally, let's talk about the K2 from Freewell. Is the $500 VND system worth it and much better than the $80 and the $200? Well, it's complicated. When I looked at the footage from the variable ND from K2, what I could say is that the first variable ND from 1 to 4 stops is actually pretty good. What I can see is that I have minimum color cast as well as minimum vignetting on my footage. However, when I started to use the 5 to 9 stop variable ND filter, well, this is where I saw some problems. Kind of a lot of color cast and vignetting on my footage. So is it worth $500? Honestly, I would say not really. The 1 to 4 stops is great. 5 to 9 for me is not worth. I have seen too much degradation in my footage. And also in terms of sharpness, the 5 to 9 filter is not that good. So let me know down in the comments if you have any questions about one of those 3 systems. Check out the link in the description if you want to purchase one of them. And also let me know what you think about this setting. Today was much of a simpler video. I didn't want to complicate it too much. Just let me know what you feel. I'm trying to experiment and see what works and what doesn't right now. Thank you for watching today's video. And if you've missed it, check out this video right here where I talk about using manual lenses on the Fujifilm system. See you there.